got your cup of tea.
Thank you. Hey, what time is it?
10 o'clock. Did I wake you up?
Yeah.
Well, you have just missed a lovely Sunday morning. At least first 3 hours were truly wonderful. Blue skies, warm breezes, cheeky paper lad.
Oh, isn't it wonderful to have a lie-in when you usually have to get up early? Oh, do you know, I really enjoy it. Because I never got a lie-in at my Aunt Edie's. There was always some reason why I had to be up and doing.
Hey, this ain't going to be a common occurrence, Riley, so don't think it is. If I decide to do Sunday papers every once in a while, make the most of it, but don't bank on it.
I won't, Rita. I'm very appreciative, really, I am.
Oh, go on, drink your tea and crawl back to bed.
Oh, no, I mustn't, because Derek's coming round.
He's never. You're not trying to tell me his mother's let him out on a Sunday.
Well, he's not tied to her apron strings, Rita.
Well, that could have fooled me. Any road, so he's coming. Have you got your plans laid? Are you going to get him to take you somewhere nice, I hope?
Well, I don't mind, really. I'd just as soon spend the day here.
Oh, that wouldn't suit me. I'd rather be out enjoying myself.
Well, it wouldn't do for us all to be the same.
True. So I won't badger you, Mavis. You do what you want. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, I intend to. That's the best part.
Best thing you ever did leaving your Aunt Edie. Because I don't suppose you can invite Derek round there for a snogging session.
Oh, Rita.
Oh, go on. Get lad a treat.
Morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful morning, Fred.
Morning, Mrs. Walker.
Doesn't this room look dreadful? You know, first thing in the morning, I'm going to ring up the brewery. Soon the decorators come and finish this job, the better.
I'm sure you will.
Da-dum-ba-da-dee-da-dum-pum. La-dee-da-dee-dee-da-da-da. Fred?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
Doesn't matter. Has Elizabeth arrived yet?
She's been here a good half hour, Mrs. Walker. She's just popped round the corner shop. Are we going to flog them cans of beer back to Rennie Bradshaw, Mrs. Walker? You know, she pulled a fast on us there, did Rennie? She knew that strike was over when she flogged us those cans.
Yes, of course she did. I wouldn't demean myself. Let her live with her conscience, if she has one.
Darren forgot your paper.
Oh, thanks very much.
First up, are you? Them two still lying in bed?
No, as a matter of fact, they were up very early this morning for a change. Took a shower trip to Blackpool.
Blackpool? Well, they've got right idea. It's nice to be kicking your heels round here.
That's true enough.
I take it you didn't want to go. Why didn't they ask you?
As a matter of fact, they did. And they asked me very politely, too, and I said no just as politely. Can you imagine it? Me traipsing down the prom with them two, playing goose-gog, cramping the style.
Elsie, you surprise me. I never thought I'd hear you say something as true as that about yourself.
Oh, well, they say if you live long enough, you hear everything, don't they?
So what are you going to do with your Sunday?
Not a lot.
Oh. Well, I'll leave you to get on with it then. See ya.
La 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 la.
Fred, what a voice, honestly. Thank you, Dick.
The sunshine is beautiful. Out there.
Have you lost something, Mrs. Walker?
Beg your pardon?
I was just saying, have you lost something?
What I'm looking for wasn't lost, I'm afraid.
I'm not with it, you.
Wait. When you're ready, I'll have another rum.
You're lashing out a bit, aren't you, Albert?
I'm paying. My money's as good as anybody else's, isn't it?
All right, don't get naughty. I'm just wondering why you're feeling so flush, that's all.
Well, I've got a bit of profit left from selling me ale ration when strike were on them now. You know, to them two fellows just couldn't do without the beer. Hey, beer. When I were a lad, if you'd called the stuff you sell beer, you'd have been prosecuted. It were beer then. You could wind it round a stick. Now it's that thing, you couldn't shove it up a pipe.
Don't go on about it, Albert. I'm just getting over supping that rubbish of Oggy's.
Say out, Terry, lovey. Stardust, paid follow.
Oh, yeah. Elizabeth, can I have a quiet word?
Yes, sure, what's up?
Now, naturally, what I'm going to say to you is in the strictest confidence, and anything you say to me will go no further. It's about Fred.
But what about him, Mrs. Walker?
Well, I thought I overheard some gossip in the bar the other night about him betting. Now, does he bet on horses?
He has a little bet.
Is it true that he's had some heavy losses lately?
Well, I can't say as I've paid all that much attention to him, Mrs. Walker. I mean, it's none of my business,
No,
really.
but it might be my business, mightn't it, as his employer? Are these rumours correct about heavy losses?
Well, I'm sure I don't know, Mrs. Walker.
You know, Elizabeth, sometimes loyalty can be misplaced. Quite misplaced.
Yes.
Hello, David.
Hello. I'm not late, am I?
No, not at all.
Only it took me longer than I expected getting here from Ormskirk. It's usually quite a fast run on a Sunday. Only they're doing some roadworks the way I usually come, so I had to make a detour. Anyway, well, it's very nice to see you.
It's nice to see you, Derek. Thank you. How's your mother keeping?
Oh, she's fine.
Good.
Got to be careful, though, you know. Got to look after herself. How's your Aunt Edie keeping?
Oh, she's all right. I haven't been round for a week or two.
Well, why should you? You do quite enough, Mavis.
Well, lunch will be ready any minute.
Oh, good. What are we having?
Oh, it's nothing very special. It's just avocado pear starter, and then I've done a roast shoulder of lamb.
Sounds very special to me, Mavis. Sounds lovely.
You do like roast lamb, don't you?
I'm very fond of it. We usually have it for Sunday lunch, Mother and me. Of course, with me not being there today, she's not having it. No. She's having a chop.
Oh.
Is there anything I can do?
No, I think everything's taken care of. Oh, well, unless you'd like to put the cutlery out now.
Oh.
I'll serve.
Right. It's this drawer, isn't it?
No.
No, it's not. It's, here. You know, Mavis, this is very nice.
But the flat, you mean?
Yes, but I don't only mean that. I mean, being able to get away from it all. You like living here, don't you?
Oh, it's the nicest place I've ever lived in. See, it's the first place that's ever felt like my own home.
Well, now that you've got this place, we can do things. I mean, you know, like nice meals and so on.
Yes, well, I'll just have a look at the lamb.
Yes.
Can I have your glasses, please? Anybody think you've got no houses to go to and no dinners?
I suppose I better get back, otherwise she'll send a search party out for me.
Yeah, come on, Chuck. That stew only wants warming up when we get home.
Oh, well, I don't feel very hungry, you know.
What's this, Stanley Office food? You know what it is, don't you? It's that home-brewed sludge you've been dishing out.
It is, Hank. I think we had a bad pint here. They can't keep me here properly.
Come on, Chuck.
See you, mate.
I love it. Mrs. Walker, it's quite obvious to me that you're looking for something. I mean, you have since we opened.
Rather longer than that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, I mean, the suspense is killing me. If you'll just tell me what it is, I'll help you look for it.
£45 in notes, actually.
Pardon?
£45 is missing from last night's takings, Elizabeth.
£45?
Keep your voice down. I don't want it made public. Now, will you see everybody off the premises and lock up, please?
But it must be somewhere, Mrs. Walker.
I haven't mislaid the money, Elizabeth. I wish I had. It's been stolen.
Yeah, love.
I haven't 3 ounce flour, so I can't take it off you right now. Hang on to it for me for a minute.
You remember that picture, Never on Sundays? That was about washing, wasn't it? Or have I got it wrong?
You got it wrong. Wasn't washing you were taking it.
See what they got me doing now, Elsie, love. They did warn me about it, you know, but I didn't listen.
Taking a notice. He likes it, really. When he's finished doing this, he's going donkey stone front step.
That'll be nice.
What's up with her?
I don't know. Bit down, I suppose.
More than a bit.
She'll like that when I called in this morning. Dead depressed. But don't ask me what it's all about. She don't confide in me. She's your old flame, not mine.
Will you both come through, please?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
You diddle out the front, Elizabeth.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Do sit down.
Betty tells me you've lost some money, Mrs. Walker.
Not lost it, Fred. Missing.
Missing? How do you mean, missing?
Well, last night, after we'd closed the bar, I checked the takings. I put the usual money in the till for today's float, and then the remainder, £45 in notes, I put in a safe place. Well, rather what I thought was a safe place in here. This morning, it was gone.
Well, you must have been burgled.
There is no trace of anyone having entered the premises. The door was locked when you came this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
No sign of anyone making a forcible entry. I heard nothing. I'm a light sleeper. Did you hear anything, Fred?
I didn't, Mrs. Walker. Look, when you say you put it in a safe place, I mean...
Do you mean that's our basket? As a matter of fact, yes.
Well, I never thought that was a safe place to put money, Mrs. Walker, if you don't mind me saying so.
No, I mean neither. Still, I suppose folk put money in all sorts of daft places. And you don't think they're daft until you've been robbed.
Hey, wait a minute, Betty. You don't think for 1 minute that...
Oh, of course she doesn't know.
Now, please, both of you. I have always tried here at the Rovers to maintain mutual trust between myself and my staff.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker.
Somebody must have took it.
Oh, yes. That is one thing we can be quite sure of. Somebody is responsible.
Well, that was a beautiful meal, Mavis. You know, you're a real artist in the kitchen.
Well, it's nice to have somebody to cook for who appreciates it.
Well, what would you like to do now?
Well, I don't mind, really.
It's entirely up to you. We can go out if you like.
Oh, yes, that would be nice.
We don't have to. I mean, you know, if you'd sooner stop in, that's fine with me.
Honestly, I don't mind, Derek.
Well, all right. You just name it. We'll do whatever you want to do.
Well, well, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'll be quite happy whatever we do. As long as it's what you fancy doing. That'll be Mother.
Your mother?
Yes, well, I gave her the number, you know, just in case.
Hello. Oh, hello, Mrs. Tweedale. It's not... oh. Oh, when? No, I didn't know. Oh. No, you did right, Mrs. Tweedale. Pardon? Oh, yes. Yes, well, thank you, Mrs. Tweedale.
Something wrong?
Yes, it's about me Auntie Edith. That was a next-door neighbour on the phone.
Something's happened, hasn't it?
Well, she's had some sort of an attack. Well, apparently she's all right now, but Mrs. Tweedale, that was the neighbour. She said that somebody ought to be with her. Me, she meant.
You've done quite enough of that already, Mavis.
Yes, but I mean, if she's really ill... oh, I knew it was too good to last.
Isn't there someone else who can help? I mean, what about this neighbour?
Oh, no, she's got enough on her plate already. I mean, she's very good, but... well, she said somebody ought to be there with me, Auntie Edie. I don't want to go back, Derek. I mean, you've no idea what it's like being at a beck and call all the time and having no proper life of your own. And if I go back now, I know I'll never get away again.
Now, come on, don't be upset about it, Mavis. Has she no children, your Auntie Edie?
No, there's just me and another niece, the cousin Ethel.
Well, what about her? Can't she do her share?
Well, she never has done, but I mean, she could do. Because she's much better placed than I am. She's got her own house, and she's not very far from here. She doesn't work. If she'd only help with me, Auntie Edie, I wouldn't mind.
I think you ought to go and have a talk with her. Why don't you? Work something out. I think you ought to, Mavis. Come on, I'll drive you over there. Come on. There's nothing lost, is there?
I just came to ask if you'd like a stroll down to the park. Me and Rita are going down. There's a band playing there today. Well, when you got there and you've had to walk round, the pubs are open again. We just wondered if you'd like to join us.
That's very nice of you both, but thank you very much, no.
Something wrong, isn't there? Look, if I'm sticking my nose in, just say so. But if not, why didn't you talk about it with your Uncle Len?
Talk about what?
Oh, come on. You know damn well there's something wrong. You got a face like a sick dog.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Rita noticed as well.
Oh, did she? Alan, need I say more?
I thought you and him were making good music again.
I told you. When I went to Newcastle, we had a few laughs. Brought back a few memories. Made me realise what we used to feel for each other. And I suddenly realised deep down that those feelings were still there. Not dead like I thought.
But when you came back from Newcastle, you were pretty chirpy, weren't you?
Yeah, don't ask me why, I don't know. Perhaps I thought, maybe, just maybe, I couldn't tell you what I wanted. Anyway, I've had a letter from Alan. He wants a divorce to get married again.
Oh. So that's that then.
So that's that then. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not broken-hearted about Alan. It's just, well, it's another slap in the face, isn't it?
Oh, it's the end of a chapter, yeah. Could be the start of another one, though. I thought you were pally with that fellow, what's his name? Ted Brownlow.
Oh, just pally, nothing more. As a matter of fact, I gave him the push. Oh, no. You really want to know what's getting me down? It's just thinking what a flaming mess I made of my life. And now you're spoken for, I can't even have a good cry on your shoulders.
Now, you tell me anybody who hasn't made a mess of their life at some time.
Yeah, some more than others, and me more than most.
And me and all. I mean, I wouldn't exactly say I've been very clever about my past life, have I? Now, Rita and me...
Oh, yes, you've been very lucky, both of you.
Well, maybe that's it. Perhaps your bit of luck is just round the next corner.
Yeah. Just waiting to trip me up.
I mean, I'd love to have Auntie Edie, Mavis, you know that. Just don't think it'd be fair to her.
Well, I still don't see why. I mean, you've got 3 bedrooms. It's not as if you're short of room.
There's plenty of room. That's not the point. I just don't think it's right to treat old people as though they were sacks of coal.
Oh, I'm not asking it.
I mean, you know as well as I do, Auntie Edie wants to stay in her own place. She's old. She hasn't got long. I mean, you can understand it.
Well, I know she's set in her ways. I know that better than anybody, but...
We're all going to be like that someday, Mavis. You have to be a bit patient, a bit compassionate.
I do know that, but... Well, if Auntie Edie wants to stay in her own home, I don't see why I've got to be the one that moves in with her.
Well, I can't move in with her. I'd have to sell this house. It's the only bit of security I've got. Well, I do think you're being a bit self-centred, Mavis.
Well, but I've only just got this flat. It's the only place I've ever had.
Yes, well, it's only a rented flat, isn't it? I mean, if you go back with Auntie, think of all the rent you'll be saving. And if I had to sell this house, what had happened to the doggies? Well, I know they're as good as gold. But the last thing Auntie wants round her, she's allergic.
Oh, well, it's just that I thought... Well, I've looked after it for years, Ethel. I really don't see why I should do it all.
I don't think I've dodged my share. Let's face it, Mavis. She took you in. She gave you a good home all those years. And you chose to walk out. And now she's ill. Well, I don't think you can dodge your responsibilities.
You all right, Mavis?
No, it's not all right. I've got to be the mug again.
Mind you, you won't find any better produce than what I grow on my allotment, you know.
He's right, you know. He's a dab hand with his veg.
What about it?
Mr. Tatlock, I've had a very weary day, and I'm not up to riddles at the end of it. What is it you're asking?
I'm not asking. I'm offering my market produce. Mind you, I want a good price.
Hey, what makes you so sure she wants to buy it?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Look, I'm doing you a favour, woman. You won't find any better fresh vegetables anywhere round here.
Tell you what.
What?
You bring 'em in, and if they're what they say you are, all right. All right, I dare say they will be anyway. Go on, I'll buy 'em.
How much?
Hey, market price, wholesale. Can't pay more than market price.
Look, I could go selling them from door to door and get the full retail price.
Go on then, off you go. Traipse around with a basket on your head. A donkey and cart. Better still, buy yourself a little van. Market price, is it a deal?
Got no choice, have I?
Hello. You look a bit happier than you were.
Do you know, I just fancied a drink, Betty. Fancy half yourself?
Oh, no. No, I fancy a nice cup of tea. I think while we're quiet, I'll just nip through to the living room and put the kettle on.
Aye, all right.
Fred?
What?
Have you got a minute?
What's to do, Betty?
Living room door, locked.
Locked. It's never been locked. Must be just stuck.
Have you got a key?
No, I've never had a key. There's never been need to have a key. It's never been locked before.
It's locked now.
Hey, little bit of that missing money. That's why she's locked it.
You know what this means, don't you, Fred? She's been giving me funny looks all morning. I mean, she knows I've been a bit short of cash just lately, and that I've been having a bit of trouble paying me bills.
Who hasn't?
I mean, she was only asking me this morning, you know, before she mentioned about the money being gone. She was asking me if you'd had any heavy losses on the horses.
She what?
Yeah, and now this locked us off from the house. Well, you know what it means, don't you? She thinks it's one of us that spends her rotten money. You or me.
Coronation Street is back tomorrow at the same time and at its new early morning time of 7. Next tonight, the comedians.